family, and they hear your story, and it's like, well, you know, she made it through.
Yeah.
Rand made it through. I can make it through as well, because we've been talking a lot about suicide, and sometimes when people go through relationship issues or family issues or loss of a loved one or financial situations in their life, they don't know what direction to go. They feel stuck and stagnated. And some people want to take their own lives. Yeah. So we've been talking lately about the suicide rate. And even in 2016, it's the second leading cause of death in the U.S. for people between the ages of 10 and 34 was suicide.
Yeah,
and
so
suicide
sad.
is on the rise. And in 2015, 44,193 Americans died by their own hand. So we want to show the listening audience that there's hope. You keep the faith no matter what you're going through in life. You keep the faith, because there's so many ebbs and flows in life. And then when we go through things like that, we have to go through a spiritual introspection of ourselves. We have to identify our strengths as well as our weaknesses, our kryptonites. So it tends for us to do that inner reflection of ourselves and say, okay, how can I be a better person to other people and get back to humanity? And that's what you have done.
Absolutely. I mean, it's definitely, and one of the things that I credit with really giving me the strength to go through that opportunity was the fact that, you know, I spent time in meditation and prayer, and really, and I started really developing a closer relationship to God, and I truly believe that's been the actual, I think, the true blessing that has come out of this situation. So, I you know, anyone who is feeling like there's no hope, I just want them to know that, you know, this too shall pass. You know, life is about change, and you know, things can get better. You just have to keep going, put one foot in front of the other, and don't give up, and things will change.
You are so right about that. I thank God for His grace, because His grace is sufficient for thee. And being a minister of the gospel, you hear so many things that people go through, and so you have to be that guiding light for others, and know that tomorrow could be totally different. And you know, we're having this ministry calling on my life, and even with Candace being her apostolic calling, as you know, women of faith and women of the cloth, we have to continue to remain positive, no matter what situation we go through. We have to continue to give out that spirituality, show the spirituality of God's grace and the goodness of what He's doing in the lives of people, and continue to be able to pray for others and just give them that sense of hope that tomorrow could be totally different for them. And I believe that Candace can expound on that as well.
Thank you, Tammy. You know, as Miss Rand was speaking, I kept hearing Gloria Grace Rand. And sometimes we experience things that the Father has to reveal His grace that is sufficient for us. And I just thank you, Ms. Rand, for that power-filled testimony of how you gained from the pain. And, you know, it birthed something. It birthed your relationship with the Father. It birthed reconciliation, I heard, with your sister, and that you said before some of the most profound things, being a servant leader. You know, a lot of these things have just impacted you to greatness. And even how you're not just networking to network, but you're networking for purpose, with purpose in mind, or connectability, really touching people's soul and impacting lives. And I just really wanted to thank you for your transparency. You know, sometimes we do interviews and we get so, you know, caught up in our talking points, but there's a point to your life. And I just really wanted to say thank you for what you shared so far with the audience, and even with Tammy and myself. We just thank you from our hearts today. And I would like at this point, if you could share with us, because we're just so impressed and inspired by your life. How can, I want to ask two questions, and I'm going to pair them together. If you could share with us what your future projects that you're working on, if you have any upcoming books or any webinars or anything you want to talk about that we can glean from. The audience would love to stay in contact with you and support you in the marketplace. And then how they can do that via social media links or, how can they find you? So if you could answer those two questions for me, I'd really appreciate it. This has been such an awesome experience for us.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Yeah, I'd be happy to. Well, my main project that I'm working on right now is I am actually writing my own book. Instead of being a contributing author, this one's going to be just written by me, and it's the tentative title at the moment is called Love Your Life Now, 4 Steps to Create More Peace, Joy, and Abundance. And I'm going to be able to use some of what I incorporated in my workshop that I just got done just a couple of weeks ago that was called actually Love Your Life. And so now I'm actually looking at seeing about when I can do that again, because I got really great feedback from the workshop attendees, and so I want to be able to continue to do that because it's a way of being able to incorporate spirituality in our business lives as well, and how to be able to help us to have a really fuller and richer life. And as to how people can contact me, I'm on Facebook, and you can reach me at Gloria Rand. I've got my website is gloriarand.com, and that's GLORIARAND.com. And pretty much I'm on Twitter and LinkedIn, and so if you search for Gloria Rand or Gloria Grace Rand, you will no doubt find me, and I'd be happy to connect with any of your listeners. And I even have a Facebook group for women entrepreneurs as well. And if you go to wesuccessnetwork.com, you'll be able to join that, because that's a group that we have to be able to help teach women entrepreneurs how to be able to grow their business, but also provide a supportive community where everyone in the group can help each other in being able to give them support and accountability in growing their business.
And that tends to bring a richer experience in our lives. And even what you shared, Ms. Rand, about your faith and your monumental examples of faith and fortitude and your centered values. And that's the kind of soul-stirring transparency that is inspiring and motivating and extreme. And it also shows that you are a beacon of light, and that you have courage, character, and conviction that cannot fail to make a contribution to humanity of historical dimensions. And I'm really, really big on legacy. Yeah. And most of all my interviews are centered around legacy. And you continue to be a beacon of inspiration. What do you wish for your lasting global crowning legacy to be?
I want to be able to really help people to be able to live fully, to love deeply and engage authentically in all aspects of their life, and to be able to let go of those limiting beliefs that have been keeping you stuck or keeping you from really embracing the divine child of God that I believe everyone is. And so that's really what I want to be able to do, is to help people to embrace that, to really acknowledge that we are worthy and we deserve to have all of God's gifts and to be able to use them for the benefit of everyone else in the world.
That is beautifully said. We have to preserve our spiritual heritage. God can emancipate us from being prisoners of ourselves, and what you shared is such a remarkable vision that you project into the future, showing us how many avenues there are possible when one builds on the foundation of existing success towards power and height of unlimited achievements in our lives and the lives of others. And I must say that, Ms. Rand, that's a track of enlightenment and encouragement that reveals your commitment and your courage to divine purpose in the service of humanity. Is truly inspirational, educational, and motivational for those who are seeking to analyze their lives and synergize and organize their lives to be able to leave a lasting legacy for generations to come. And we totally thank you for that and appreciate that.
Well, I thank you so much for all the good work that you and Candace are doing, because you really are being a beacon of light and inspiration for the world, and being able to share your messages and to allow people like me to be able to come on and inspire others. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart for this opportunity. So thank you so much.
You are so very welcome. Thank you. I would be remiss if I did not thank Patricia Rogers, international speaker, best-selling author, business coach, marketer. She is the CEO and founder of Unity and Service, Inc. in Miami, Florida. Her email address is pat@unityandservice.net. And if you contact her, you can have a 45-minute complimentary coaching. Thank her for her assistance in her stellar introduction for today's show. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you, Pat. I appreciate it. She is an amazing woman.
She is the internet queen, I'll say. She is the internet queen. She is has such a big heart.
Yes.
And listening audience, if this broadcast has been a blessing to you today, if you would like to bless or sow a seed that will help broaden the broadcast across the nation, please feel free to go to Cash App at the $ Dynasty Dreamer and give your Cash App name. Also, if you do not have Cash App and you would like to sow into this broadcast, you can email us at firepowerdreamer@gmail.com. And thank you for being a blessing unto this broadcast today. I want to say special thanks to Ms. Gloria Grace Rand. Thank you very much for that profoundly insightful and illuminating explanation about your journey into enlightenment, by helping others to execute upon their full potential and claim their divine destiny. In conclusion, on behalf of myself, my co-host, Candace Michelle, and my co-host, John Shamburger, who's the visionary and co-host of this groundbreaking show, Millionaires in Training, and our listening audience, Gloria Grace Rand, we appreciate you sharing such wisdom on today's show. Please accept our profuse thanks. You're a woman of measure, wit, and gravitas. And we thank you for this wonderful, insightful contribution to the life legacy of each one of us. On behalf of our progeny and future generations, may we offer you our endless gratitude and eternal thanks forever and ever. Amen. Today is Friday, February the 15th, 2019. This concludes our interview. Thank you, and God bless you.